Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul and I'm really excited because I have 3 packages here. I think I know what one of these is, but the other 2 I'm not sure, especially this big Penguin Random House box because I didn't request anything from Penguin, so I'm not really sure what it is. Plus it's like a huge box and it's really light, so I think there's only like 1 book in it. I don't know, but we will open them up and find out. And I have a bunch of other books here that I've gotten this week, so let's just get started. We'll start with this one, and this one I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I won a book off of the Goodreads giveaway thing, and so let me just open it up here. It's like taped pretty good. Oh, there we go. Okay. See, this is really hard to open. There we go. Alright. So, in the first book I have, oh yes, this is it, okay. So the first one I have Catalyst. This is by Lydia King, and I won this, like I said, on a Goodreads giveaway, and I didn't realize until after I won it that this is actually the second book in a series, and I'm not sure. Oh, I guess maybe the first one is Control, and this one is Catalyst. Oh, and she sent me a bookmark in it. Thank you so much. And let me read this. I don't want to read the inside cover because then I might get spoiled for the first book. I'm not sure. Oh, she sent me another one. She sent me another bookmark. I'm not sure. This doesn't have her name on it, so I don't know what this is for. But yes, I've received Catalyst by Lydia King, and I think this is like a dystopian. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. This is actually a beautiful cover, and I'm really excited about reading this, and I can't wait to get to the first one and then read this one. This is the second package, and I don't know where this came from. Just open it up like this, and we will take this out. Oh, okay, I remember what this is now. Oh, here. Oh, I got a little book depository thing. I won this from the Booktubeathon challenge. It is 172 Hours on the Moon by Johan Harstad. I won the height stacking challenge, and I will link that video down below if you guys have not seen my winning video. Ariel picked me to win for the 7th day of the Booktubeathon, so I was really excited about that. It was really nice, and this is a different cover from what I've seen. I like the other cover a heck of a lot better, but that's okay. I'm actually really kind of bummed that it has this cover because the other cover is so much more beautiful, and it's hard copy, but again, not going to complain. It's a free book. I won. I was so happy to win. So thank you so much to Ariel and the Booktubeathon and Book Depository for sending me this. I love it. Alright, so now for this big Penguin Random House box, which has tape all around it. My dog's like, ooh, what's that? Is it for me? No, it's not. Alright, so I've got... Open it this way so you can see. Lots of bubble wrap, yeah, and only 1 book. That's funny. Alright, and this is, oh, okay, it is the book that I was thinking of. Okay, so it is The Martian by Andy Weir, and I got this from a website called Books for Blogging, which sends you you request a book, they send it to you, you review it, and then once you review the book on your blog, then you can pick another one, and they send you that one. And the shipping was really slow, but that's okay. I got this I requested this 2 weeks ago, but there's no approval. You just request the book that you want, they send it to you, you review it, and then you request another one. So I was actually really excited about that because it's, really cool. And I've been wanting to read The Martian. Everyone's been wanting to read The Martian. The movie comes out very soon, I think, at the beginning of next month. Maybe it's already out. I have no idea, but I'm really excited to read this. And yeah, so thank you so much for Books for Blogging and Penguin Random House, and I'm really excited to read this. The next books I want to haul are books 4, 5, and 6 in the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. Book 4 is called The Reality Bug. Book 5 is called Black Water. And book 6 is called The Rivers of Zidane. And if you guys did not know, Pendragon is my absolute favorite series of all time. When everyone else was reading Harry Potter, I was reading the Pendragon series, and it's like my Harry Potter to a lot of people. I was like one of those types that wanted to go against what everyone else was doing, so instead of reading Harry Potter, I read another series, so I read Pendragon, and it is like my childhood series that got me into reading, and it is so, so good. I love it so much. If you guys have not read the Pendragon series by DJ McHale, I highly recommend it if you are a fan of fantasy, science fiction. The first couple books are like middle grade, border on YA, and then it goes more into YA. It's kind of like the Harry Potter series, like the series grows up with you, and I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend the series. It's just amazing. I went to my local used bookstore back home in Orlando when I was visiting this week, and I picked up the Pendragon books and several other books. One of the other books I picked up was The Demon King by Cinda Williams-Shima. This is an ARC copy. The owner of my used bookstore didn't know that it was illegal to sell ARC copies, so when I told her, she's like, "Oh, thank you," and she gave me this ARC copy that I found for free. I've actually read The Demon King by Cinda Williams-Shima, but I haven't owned a copy, and I kind of like the cover of this ARC copy. It's kind of cool, but maybe I'll collect the whole series in ARC copies. I'm not sure, but I really love this young adult epic fantasy. It is epic. Cinda Williams-Shima is an amazing storyteller. If you haven't read any of her books, I highly recommend it. It's just so, so, so good. I'm forgetting the plot as I read it like a year and a half ago, but so I don't really remember exactly what it's about, but I remember absolutely loving this series. I also picked up Impulse by Ellen Hopkins at my used bookstore, and of course you know Ellen Hopkins is one of my auto-buy authors. Mostly if I see her at a used bookstore or a garage sale or like the Goodwill or something like that, I will always pick up her books. She writes in verse, but I'm sure you guys know that, and all of her books are just so impactful and so enjoyable to read. I love them so much. I also found a steal, which is The Elite by Kira Cass. I own the selection and the one in paperback, so I'm kind of bummed that it's in hardcover. It was kind of like they never have really good young adult books at this used bookstore. It's mostly like adult books. So as soon as I saw this, I grabbed it without even thinking about it. And then once I got home, I realized that my other copies are in paperback. So maybe I'll do a paperback swap or a book swap with someone if they have a paperback version of this instead of a hard copy. But yeah, I was really excited to get this because other than The Air, which is brand new, I didn't have the whole series. This is the only one that I was missing. So I'm really excited to have this, and yeah, I kind of need it in paperback. So if any of you guys have a paperback copy of The Elite and want to trade for a hardcover, let me know. The last stack of books that I picked up from my used bookstore were all of these books in the Dear America and Royal Diary series. I am a huge historical fiction fan, and I love it even more if I can find middle grade and young adult historical fiction, and that's what these are. They're all in diary format. The Royal Diaries, of course, is by like real people, but it's like their fake diary. You know what I mean? It's historical fiction, so it's real people, real events, but usually fictional people. Sometimes it's from the perspective of a real person, and it just kind of like fictionalizes some events in their life. And the rest of these are all by people who did not exist, but they're going through real historical events and are meeting real historical people and stuff like that. The first one is Christmas After All, The Great Depression Diary of Minnie Swift. Standing in the Light, The Captive Diary of Catherine Carey Logan, which is in Delaware Valley, Pennsylvania, 1763. The next one is When Will This Cruel World Be Over, which is a Civil War diary of Emma Simpson. This one is Dreams in the Golden Country, the diary of Zipporah Feldman, a Jewish immigrant girl in New York City, 1903. And this one is A Line in the Sand, the Alamo Diary of Lucinda Lawrence Gonzalez, Texas, 1836. And then the two royal diaries, which are my favorite. This one is Marie Antoinette, Princess of Versailles, France, 1769. And this one is Cleopatra, I'm bad at Roman numerals. V11 would be 3? No, 4? or 7. I can't remember if it's before or after you add it or take it away, but it can't be 3, so I'm guessing it's 7. So Cleopatra the 7th, Daughter of the Nile, Egypt 57 BC. The last stack of books is books that I got that I owned before, but I left a lot of my books at my mom's house, and then before I moved into my own place, I got a lot of those books, and these were just some boxes that were like in the attic and just places that I missed. So I went ahead and looked through all of those boxes and grabbed the books that were mine. The first one is Unicorn's Blood by Patricia Finley. This is a adult historical fiction. This was one of my very first historical fictions that I ever read when I was a little itty bitty fetus in middle school, and this one is by Elizabeth I, who is my favorite historical fiction person, mostly because she has my first name, but also because I just really admire her and I think she's a great person. Next, I got Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt. Then I got Black Beauty by Anne Sewell. I finally found the second book in the series of unfortunate events, which I thought had went missing when I owned it before, and it is The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket. I picked up these 2 books in the Chronicles of Narnia series, The Magician's Nephew, which is like the newer Scholastics version, which I have all of the books but this one. I think it was another example of books that when I went and looked the first time, this one had just got misplaced and wasn't with the other books, and I just didn't get it when I got it the first time, so this is one of the only ones that I was missing. And then this one is a copy of like the old versions from like the 60s or the 70s or something like that, and I have almost the whole series, and I was missing, this is one of the ones I was missing. This is The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So yeah, I was glad to get these 2 for my mom as well. The last 2 books are books from my sister, who is stationed in Japan with the Navy right now, and every once in a while she'll send us like souvenirs from all the places that she's gone, and like food from Japan, and most recently her ship went to Australia and she did a lot of visiting and tourism there, so she got me these bookmarks, which are 24 karat gold plated, and she said they are like 100% real, and I don't want to take them out of the packaging because they're so nice and so pretty, and I'm probably never going to use them, but you can see on there, like, it's got the like Australia, and it's got like kangaroo and koalas, and most of them have like kangaroos on them and stuff, and this one on top has like a kangaroo and like a sign pointing, and it says like all the cities, I think. Oh yeah, Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, you know, all the major cities. I thought that was really, really cool, and I'm probably never going to use these because I have a really bad habit of losing bookmarks, but this is definitely something that I'm going to display, and I just love it. I would have probably never gone to Australia in my life, so my sister traveling the world and sending us like souvenirs from all these different places just means so much. She also sent me a couple books. The first one is Sarah Dessen, The Truth About Forever, and I've never read a Sarah Dessen book, but I've heard a lot of good things about her, so I'm really excited to read this. And then she also sent me Gregor and the Prophecy of Bane by Suzanne Collins, who is the author of the Hunger Games series. This is her middle grade series that she actually released before the Hunger Games, and this is the second one in the series. I don't think my sister knew that, but I'm probably going to pick up the first one now and read this. I've actually been pretty excited about reading this for a while because this was written by Suzanne Collins. I know it's like a fantasy, I think, or sci-fi, something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah. Alright guys, so that is my August book haul. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know I did, opening all these packages and showing you guys everything I got on my trip back home. It was so nice to be able to go back home. It's the first time I've been back home since I moved to St. Pete, so I'm just... it's nice to be back in my house, but I really missed home, and I was glad to go back and go to my favorite used bookstore and all that good stuff. So I'm going to stop rambling now and end this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!